Hello, my name is Sofia Franco Ruggiero, and this is my presentation on a research topic in science within the past 10 years for the Governor Honors Program, the modern LVAD. Now, this would be my table of contents. And now, what is an LVAD and how is it used? LVAD is short for the left ventricular assist device, and its best description is that it is a pump that acts as an alternative route for blood in the case that the left ventricle is weakened in order to help that blood pump throughout the body while the heart recovers. So here would be the left ventricle, and the blood exits from that out into the apex of the heart in which the LVAD pump is connected. Now this pump would then pump it out into this graft up to the aorta, where it can be spread throughout the rest of the body. This would be also powered by this drive line, which would come over here, exit the skin, into this controller, into these two battery packs. Now, an LVAD may be used in the cases of these two hearts. As you can see here, the healthy heart has clear arteries and normal tissue. It's very uniform, meaning that it has relatively no struggle pumping all this blood. However, a diseased heart may have clogged arteries and or damaged tissue, putting on more stress into the blood being pumped. Now, the modern LVAD differs from its past iterations in the fact that it is twice as small as LVADs from the past, and it uses magnetic levitation to prevent blood from clotting, another common problem in past iterations of the LVAD. Additionally, the way that the LVAD can be implemented now is through minimally invasive surgery, in which instead of surgeons accessing the heart through the sternum, right between here, these ribs, they would instead go from the side of the patient and between the distance between those two ribs. And because of that, this would be promoting the patient's recovery speed as well as its efficiency, as well as lowering the patient's rate of infection. Now, as you can see here, this is the first generation of the LVAD. It is just about as big as the heart, obviously being very difficult for a person to live with. It is now, however, this is especially more so back then. This would be the HeartMate 2, the second generation of the LVAD, and although it is smaller, it still experiences the same problems as its past iteration in the fact that it experiences blood clots, as well as just being quite a struggle to have in your body. Now, this would be the third generation of the LVAD. This would be our current. Again, back to this image. As you can see here, it is significantly smaller. Here on the inside, you can see the magnets that pump the blood, and you can see how it would be put less stress on an already weakened heart. Now, here is the minimally invasive LVAD implantation. The past common practice was to break through the sternum to access the heart. However, now with the minimally invasive, it is not breaking through bone, only through muscle, giving the patient a faster time and more efficient time to recover. So, how does the LVAD impact society? The LVAD has impacted society positively despite the possible struggle for those who live with it may have. Again, it is a burden to have. You cannot shower with it. You cannot go to the beach. If power goes out, your life could be compromised. However, the LVAD ultimately does give the gift of life back. However, this is more so now than any other period through the past innovations discussed before. So, this topic aligns with my academic pursuits in the fact that the LVAD implantation surgery is the top performing surgery of Piedmont Atlanta, and Piedmont Atlanta also happens to be the top performer of this surgery, not just in Georgia. However, this goes for national as well. I also had the privilege of shadowing under Dr. Molina during this time in this hospital, and the LVAD would be the first surgery that I would have ever seen open heart in general. To me, the LVAD can be seen as a miracle. It can give life and take it away just as quickly. And the idea that a man-made machine is living inside the body can determine the livelihood of a person is as fascinating as it is frightening, if not more so. and I truly do aim to be a part of it. I can't see doing anything else with my life. Without it, without cardiac surgery, I feel unfulfilled. So the importance to the LVAD is just as much as academic as it is personal to me. And thank you for listening. That is the end of my presentation.